Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So, the CCP is back at it again with their annual anti corruption blockbuster, never stopping, never backing down. They are rolling this out as the grand victory report for the 2025 purge. On screen, you see uh, these high-ranking officials and local party bosses, guys who used to be untouchable, now sitting there with gray hair, weeping and sobbing. They are all reading from the same script. I betrayed the party's trust. I failed the people. But look, don't let those crocodile tears fool you. This isn't a documentary, it is a victory report for Xi Jinping's latest political house cleaning. The first episode is titled Cleaning Up Misconduct for the People. It's the oldest trick in the book. Wrap yourself in the flag and the will of the people to clear the path for a massive power grab. Let's start with the big fish of this episode, the former Minister of Agriculture, Tang Renjian. Why him? Why now? Well, just look at the charges they laid out for him. Aside from corruption, another official charge is that he undermined democratic centralism and ran a one man show. Since when? This is in the law. Well, in today's China, there's only one person allowed to run a one man show, and his name is Xi Jinping. Tang was a longtime fixture in the central inner circle. He was Liu He's guy. He got taken out because he was playing both sides on Xi's top priority, which is food security. Remember, if your loyalty is not absolute, it's absolute disloyalty. And also, you see, the show makes a big deal about town selling modern fake antiques through a middleman for tens of millions. Well, this isn't about art collecting. It's a classic, sophisticated money laundering scheme for elite interest groups, which we did a two episodes on Nanjing Museum, where you see all the antique, the fake antiques just losing. All right, let's get back. So the hard truth about this episode is from catching the flies to creating slaves. So let's talk about the small flies. The local officials like Nong Suling, who was busted for embezzling pension funds, why give these low-level guys so much airtime? One of the investigators in the show actually let the truth slip. He said that illegal whining and dining is just the symptom, but the root cause is a deviation in ideological mindset. Do you hear that? So Xi's solution is to simultaneously investigate and rectify both conduct and corruption. He wants to eradicate the root cause. Pay attention to that word, eradicate. This isn't just pruning the hedges, it's pulling the whole thing up by the roots. Xi's end goal isn't a clean government. It's a government of party slaves, officials reduced to mindless tools of his will. And this is the most sinister part of this anti-corruption blockbuster. Through the so-called simultaneous investigation and rectification, she is scapegoating the entire executive level for every governance failure, the economic collapse, and the people's suffering. The logic is simple. The policies are great, and she is wise. If problem arise, it's because your thinking is biased and your exercise of power is out of control. So this is the bank shot of Xi's propaganda machine. He has taken a political purge designed solely to maintain his personal dictatorship and rebranded it as a pro people movement in the name of the people. Then he turns around and induces the very grassroots citizens who are being harvested to cheer and applaud for him. Remember, when a regime starts obsessing over eradicating the root cause, what they really want to eradicate is the last remaining shred of different voices within the party. This cleaning up for the people campaign has already frozen the service industry and killed off small business through sheer political terror. In the CCP's propaganda machine, nothing is ever Xi's fault. It's always the people under him failing to execute his vision. Thanks for joining us today. Stay tuned because the show is just getting started. Tomorrow, we'll be back to deprogram the next episode on political business collusion.